And we're gonna roll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Away with Words, the podcast. It's your girl Bree Stories.
It's MJM Kid.
And we have some special guests.
Woo.
Cue the clap track? What is
Yeah.
it? Whatever that
I would
is.
have to find it.
We are here with, first, I feel like these need to be like very separated introductions because this is a special day. This is a fun day. If you know, you know. If you're looking on camera, maybe you don't know because back then we didn't do camera stuff.
Yeah.
But you'll hear their voice, and if you know, you know, then you know. We are here with the one and only Dria P.
Woo!
Hey guys, I'm back.
What's up, girl?
And Away with Words, the podcast, original OG.
Yeah.
Very excited. And we are also here with Dria P's literal bride makeup doer, the glam goddess herself, Nicki Rouge.
Woo! The glam goddess. What's
Very,
up, girl?
very excited. We are still very much in the thick of Women's History Month. And as you can see, you're witnessing it right here. You're looking dead at Women's History right now. And Michael and B. So please enjoy that. Let's, okay, church announcements, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call that. I don't like to say church announcements
I
because that
know.
feels kind of blasphemous. Not blasphemous.
Just
Okay.
announcements.
Okay.
I guess. Okay, so if you are listening to this, please make sure that you're doing it in the way that you are subscribed, wherever it is that you're listening. Don't worry, Aja. They can't hear that. I know what you're thinking. They can't hear it. Make sure that you're subscribed wherever it is that you're listening, whether that be Apple, Spotify, wherever you are. Please hit the subscribe button. Also, there is a little section called the rate and review section. That is really, really important. This is podcast land and not social media land, so your
Right.
engagement really, really matters. And the only way that people know that this is a podcast that people care about is if you tell them. So please do leave a review and a rating. If you're on YouTube, be subscribed there as well. Actually, if you're on YouTube, comment below right now your favorite shade of lipstick right now.
Ooh.
Your favorite shade,
That's fun.
brand, whatever. I'm gonna be looking because I need some tips.
That's hard.
What else is there? Your morning message is done. I forgot to say that on our last
Yeah, so many
episode.
times.
Congratulations.
Yes, the 700th episode was
Yeah,
our
you
last.
did it, girl.
Thank you. Oh,
Congrats.
thanks, y'all. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. So yeah, it's still here. I'm never taking them down. You're always gonna have access to them. But as of right now, your morning message and morning messages have ceased. I am also not on social media, but you can still follow me. What else is there? Oh, yaymash.com, our
The
website,
Mother.
our parent, the mother. Yaymash.com. Make sure that you are signed up for our newsletter. Anytime that myself and Tati write new things, that's where you will find them. Okay, let's get into it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
first of all, I love girls. Like I love girls and like girly things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
You know,
That's not a fact I knew about you. I
It's
didn't think you were
not.
like super tomboy, but I didn't think you really cared to be girly.
No, it's not me. It's not me wanting to be girly. I
Uh-huh.
love being around girly girls.
Okay,
You
okay.
know, I like that y'all were just talking about like, oh, I needed to put on lashes. I didn't put on lashes. Like that. That's like not a conversation that I ever had. So I just love it. I'm just really just relishing.
I'll tell you something.
Tell us.
I have both. I'm a girly girl, but I also have the tomboy side of me too.
I love
so
that.
Yes.
we can relate on both.
When's your birthday? I'm gonna do this.
April 5th.
April 5th.
Okay.
Oh, we're coming up.
Oh, it's coming up.
Everybody say, okay, if you're watching on YouTube, comment below, happy birthday, Nicki Rouge. Even though by the time you see this, we're still early, but it's never too early to say happy birthday. I love birthdays.
You do love
Yeah, my
birthdays.
birthday
Talk about you do.
this year was a little lackluster, so I'm going to pour into everybody this year's on their birthday, so make sure that you have a really good birthday. I keep trying to think about an icebreaker. Oh, elephant in the room, right?
Oh.
Ed A. Tati is on vacation.
Yeah, she'll be
That
back
she very
soon.
much deserves. And she'll be back in 2 weeks. Count them, 2 weeks. In the meantime, what do you think, McGee? Should we just check in?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check in.
Okay. Would you like to start?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get the guys out the way,
Oh,
right?
good.
Let's talk about the ladies.
Physically, a little nasal congestion. It's very annoying.
Did you have cheese?
I did not. I think it's just like a lot of just dust. I need to just clean up.
That's
Yeah,
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
that's the
Just
truth.
Packing it up in there.
That's the truth.
Emotions, endless joy. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Just love it so much.
I love
just
that for
love where I've
you.
been
Aw.
and where we're at. You know.
Yeah, you deserve it.
My attention is on just the warm weather. It's just time.
Oh my
We
God.
just
Yeah.
kind of keep kind of getting it and kind of not, and then
For sure.
snow happens, and then it's like, what the fuck? So I just wanted to stay consistent. And spiritually, I am feeling I'm blessed. You know,
Yeah.
let's keep it nice and simple.
I love that.
Thanks.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
Physically, I have a little bit of a headache.
Oh no. Did you eat
it's-
anything?
I did. That's why I was a little bit late.
Oh,
I
got it.
I had to make sure that I ate. But
It could be that charge.
You think so?
Caffeine.
I hope not. Like, do the right things and not that.
Yeah,
right?
like give you the energy, not the headache.
I don't need that.
Right.
But otherwise,
Right.
other than that, I'm feeling loose. I'm feeling loose and like limber, sexed up, you know? So that's always nice. Always nice. Emotionally, I'm feeling a lot of joy in this moment. I've been extremely anxious in the past
Really?
few weeks. But right now, joy, calm, serenity. My attention is currently on. Also, same. I need just consistent. At this point, crank it up. I need
Yeah.
72 and up. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
tired of it.
Please.
I'm over it. I'm done with coats. I'm done with boots. I'm done with the on again, off again snow. I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know. Hopefully, by the time y'all are listening to this, y'all are looking around like, girl, it's 80 degrees. What y'all talking about?
Right.
Like,
Please.
but today, over it. I didn't even wear my coat. Like, I rebelled. I left out of the house, and I was like, I'm not putting my coat on.
I don't wear coats all year.
Yeah, like, fuck this. I'm not
I really
doing
don't.
this.
I get away with it somehow. Like,
Go girl.
Also because cars, though. You know,
Yeah,
I've been
cars.
commuting. So, like, when I go to the train and stuff, I don't have a choice. But when I'm getting in the car,
No
today I
coat.
was like, I'm not putting my coat on. I'm done with this. I'm over it.
Yeah.
And spiritually, I am feeling, I'm feeling called to trust more.
okay.
I love to hear it.
Dria P, would you like to go next?
Wow, yeah.
It's
Been a while.
You checked in, girl?
Yeah,
can
so
feed you.
yeah, please. Let me see if I can do it though.
Oh, okay.
Physically,
Sorry.
I'm feeling a little just tight and bloated. If you don't know me, I had a baby 4 months ago. And I'm in my
little
pre-pregnancy
guy.
jeans. So that's
Pregnancy jeans?
that's a small victory. I mean, we're
Hell
in
yeah.
the fact that I'm just in them. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Right.
So we're getting there. A little bit
Got
more
it.
work to do so that I don't feel bloated and snug, but I feel just a little tight today. I'm not a jean wearer either, so
You hate jeans.
Yeah, jeans
hate
suck.
jeans.
She hates them.
Emotionally,
Yeah.
yes. I'm feeling good overall. A little anxious as well because of that 4-month-old, and I'm going back to work very soon. I need to find childcare, and that's stressful because
Yeah.
who not better than me? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Truly.
So that's really been on my mind, but otherwise, I feel pretty good, and my attention is
Yeah, you feel
on
great.
this moment.
Yeah.
I'm here at the pod. I'm here in
Right.
Moments Stew. It's been a while, so it's
Been
really great.
having you already.
So I'm just living in this moment, basking in it.
I love it.
And then spiritually, I feel like I need to find my way back, and not in a negative way. Just like God has blessed me with so many blessings in the past few years that I just been on autopilot. So now I just need to refocus and recenter with Him. So I just kind of
Come
need to
on.
find my way back to Him so we can map out the next 5 years.
Go
I love
ahead.
Thank you for that. My love, how are you feeling physically?
Physically, I'm feeling powerful.
Oh.
Yes. I've been working out a lot. I'm almost at like 2 years being fit. So
Yeah.
I
I've
love it.
when I did her bridal makeup, I was a completely different woman.
I was going to mention, like,
Yeah. So 45 pounds later.
loving it.
I know that's
Oh,
right.
head.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Yeah, I worked out this morning before I got here, so I can have
Same.
some good energy.
Same.
I saw you've been working out.
Oh,
too.
yes,
Yeah, no,
I have.
he hasn't let up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, I told him I hate seeing his. We share our stuff on our
our
iWatch.
fitness, yeah.
By 7 a.m., he has all circles closed. It's like, relax.
Gotta get in
I know
there.
that's right. Yeah.
Okay, period.
So what's next? Is
Emotionally, yes.
emotionally, I'm feeling safe.
Oh, love that.
Yes. Well, you guys, I recently got engaged.
Yes. I was going to bring it up.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yes. My relationship is amazing. So
Yes.
I love
emotionally feeling safe.
And what is your attention currently on?
My attention, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say is I'm putting out an ebook soon.
Oh.
Yes.
Come on, announcements.
Yes, I was like, period.
I haven't really said this out loud, but I'm putting out an
Ooh,
ebook.
exclusive.
I know.
It's called The Artist Owner. So it's teaching
Yes.
artists how to get their finances together.
Okay.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so that they can
Ooh, we
be
need it.
a business person.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's so needed,
Yeah.
too. And how are you feeling spiritually?
Spiritually, I would say grounded. Yeah, pretty grounded spiritually. Things I are good.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
right.
that. So I kind of want to. I was gonna end with this, but I think I want to. Let's dumpster dive first, and then rise above. Right. So, in the world of social media, which I've been taking a break from, thankfully, but last time I checked, last time I was on there, you know, the Negroes. Some of them, they be on there talking about, oh, you know, women who wear makeup, this and that, and we don't know what you look like.
Those damn
and
Negroes.
Da, 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 da. Like, being a professional in the space, what crosses
to
your
say about
mind when
that?
you see things like that?
Okay, so there's two sides to that coin.
Of course.
They're saying, based on what they see on social media, that it's caked on. It's a completely different person.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is, I don't dislike makeup, but I still want to be able to see who you are when you have it on. So it should be an enhancement, not you shouldn't be a transformer.
For sure.
That's what they're communicating without knowing how to say that.
Got it.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yes.
Fellas.
Fix that.
Talking about fellas, write that down.
Crack the code. I love that. And what's the second part?
So that's the other part. So
Yeah.
women, we need to listen, and makeup should be an enhancement. It should not change. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know I have a different perspective.
No,
but yes.
but it's good.
We need that.
Yes,
It bridges the gap, you know, because I think that it's very easy for us to be like, they over there saying that and that's wrong, you know? So I think that's nice that you have
it's
a
not
perspective.
wrong. So there's
Yeah.
different types of art. So sometimes we may do that crazy, colorful cut crease and jewels and all that stuff. That's art, but that's
Yeah.
not going to date makeup. That's not going to be the man
Fair.
find a man makeup.
That's fair.
There's a difference. So if you want to, have fun, take pictures, do that. But when you're trying to either go out, look for a man, or the birthday makeup they call it. Have y'all heard about that?
No.
So
'Cause I don't do my
men
makeup.
on social media have been saying they hate the birthday makeup, which all that means is it's like super glammed up,
Okay.
highlight, contour. It completely changes the shape
Your
of
face.
the person's face. So they hate that.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
so
That's why they
fascinating.
prefer
Yeah.
natural or no makeup, because
But
they don't know what
it
you
just
look
be
like.
so hard to believe them though, because then you're on Instagram liking the girls.
Yeah.
So it's like,
what
who
you
do you
think?
really like? Like, what do you really like?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if y'all want me to go into that too, but that's a whole nother.
We can take this. We can take this anywhere. This is really this is Women's History Month. We're really not supposed to be talking this much about niggas, but that's why I wanted to start there, because that's something that, especially, you're a professional in the
Yes.
space. So to have a like a conversation happening in a field that is part of your livelihood, I'm always curious, just like, how do people that actually work in the space feel about that, or think, about anything,
So, okay, so back to what you were saying about the girls, right? They like the girls' photos. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
girls are just portraying a persona. That's what they like. So they see it as something they may be attracted to sexually.
Right.
But that has nothing to do with, I want to take you home, be my mom, or I want you to be my girlfriend or my wife or anything like that. Those are two totally separate things. And as women, that's what we need to figure out. So that super glammed up look is the girls.
Yeah.
right?
The natural, just enhancement makeup, that's take you home,
Your
take you on a
everyday.
date, meet your mama. That look. Yeah.
What is your personal relationship to makeup when it comes to you and your own face?
So
And I want to ask you too.
I'm pretty
Okay.
much a natural to soft glam
Okay.
girl. I like just for my features to be enhanced. I may do a popping lip. My skin has to be on point always and
Yeah.
forever. I love skincare first. So
Yeah.
I believe that if I don't ever put on a lick of makeup, that I need to be confident and look good walking outside. So
Absolutely.
regardless, my skin when I put makeup on is gonna look on point. So
What are your skincare go-tos?
do you have time?
So much.
So I'm about to say,
So much time.
My skincare go-tos. I have a full regimen.
Oh, nice.
Let's start from the beginning. So,
Yes.
Drunk Elephant, I use their wash.
Silly.
You want to write it down?
No, like, take notes.
Their facial wash. Drunk Elephant is a really big brand that I love. I've been using them for years. So their wash, Good Molecules, is also a great brand that's not as expensive, relatable, affordable brand. I use their exfoliator. Their toner, their niacinamide brightening toner is like the holy grail.
I love a toner.
Yeah, if you have pretty normal skin, that is the go-to.
Love that.
After that, I use some different serums depending on the time of the year. So I may use a hyaluronic acid serum, a vitamin C serum, a niacinamide serum. If you have oil, that's really good to control oil.
Okay.
I also do an under eye cream. Don't skip that, especially as you age.
Yeah, for sure.
Moisture is essential.
What's a good under eye? Because that I'm always, when I go looking for it, I get overstimulated. There's too much shit out there. So what would you say is a good one?
Good molecule.
And also, how do you determine like this is the one for me?
Your skin.
Okay.
So before you even go and buy any products, you have to know what kind of skin you have. Is it dry? Is it oily? Is it normal? Is it combo? Because my skin is different than yours.
Of course.
Wash your face before you go to sleep at night.
Yes.
Don't put anything on it. When you wake up in the morning, touch your face and see what it's doing. So if it's, if it's tight and you feel like it's kind of snug, you're dry.
Got it.
If you see some sheen,
oil. Got it.
Or if you have it in different places, combination. If it just feels normal, it's normal.
Finally, somebody broke it down because they say this stuff, but it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, how
automatically
do I determine
overwhelmed.
it? Especially because I never thought about, obviously, every time I wash my face, I'm following it up with something. So I never thought of it that way. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Do that tonight.
What about you, Dria P? What's your relationship to makeup on your own?
Just naturally, I don't wear makeup every day.
For sure.
I'm definitely lean towards soft glam. My relationship grew from when I was younger. I used to be in a singing group, so whenever...
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So silly.
Yeah. You might know something about that. And so that's where my liking, I wouldn't say love, because I don't think I love makeup, but that's where I grew to kind of learn how to apply it.
Yeah.
And that's where my liking, came from makeup and just... learning about it because we had different photo shoots and shows. So that's where like my makeup start, came from. But just overall every day, like I don't wear makeup. I work from home, so I don't have to put anything on. But when I do get a little glammed up, it does always naturally just make me feel good. So it's nice to get makeup done every here and there. But that's about it. It's a pretty regular relationship with it.
You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
I was literally telling Nicki before the cameras started rolling that I knew she was going to be in my face like, ooh, girl, no, don't do that. Because I was just in the mirror like, ooh, I got to do this right. But I've been practicing a little bit more just because I do makeup less, or I only do it like for special occasions. When I do it, I want to do it right. So I have been practicing, and I'll be watching the influencer girls, do their faces. So please don't. Oh, sorry. Oh. I won't do it.
Tell
I no more.
Yeah, tell us more about that.
You silly.
So, no knock to the influencer girls. No shade to them. If you don't know makeup, that's not where you should start.
Okay, fair.
Because they are teaching you makeup from their face and their perspective. Just like I said with the skincare, right? So all of our faces are shaped differently. They can't teach you how to do makeup on your face when they are maybe a white woman that with a completely different shape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would suggest starting with a pro artist that can teach you something so you can understand the basics. And then when you watch the influencer girls, you can take what works and then what doesn't work.
Got
That makes sense for sure.
So many dreams.
I'm going to turn that question on myself because I have much less of a relationship with makeup than anybody in this room probably, except for me.
I don't wear makeup.
I
don't.
Talk about this. But and I was for the podcast because we've been doing this now for almost 7 years, and when we got to the point when we were doing camera full time, I started using I think my first foundation, or the foundation that I used most frequently, was Fenty. I don't even know what it's called. Yeah. But it's, whatever.
The Pro Matte filter probably.
Probably. And I thought it was great. I loved it. It was easy. And that's the thing for someone who does not know. And also, so contrary to popular belief, I didn't like school, right? So I don't like research. And to me, and I think that research varies for different people because it depends upon your interest. So the only thing that I'm really passionate about is words. So I can listen to somebody talk all day about how they got inspired to write something. But when I'm like, okay, let me like watch this girl do makeup, check right out. I just cannot stay tuned with that. So I liked the Fenty product that I was using because it felt easy. It felt like just put it on, you know, and it worked out. I looked at it and I thought that it looked nice. I enjoyed it. Since, however, I don't even know when I stopped to use. I just don't wear foundation anymore. I am looking to jump back in soon because I do just, like I said, I just like it. I just think that it's cute, and I think I'm also I want to enter into a different era, like a more feminine era for myself in all spaces, like more feminine, more submissive, like less independent, just more just like soft. And then one of the things that I associate with that is like when I see the girls who like wear makeup every day, like my mom, like when I was growing up, my mom, no matter what, she woke up and put on a face every day, you know, and she's a nurse. She didn't have to go to the fucking hospital with a face on, but she did every day. And she, to this day, she still does. Like she changes things up. Like the older she's gotten, she's like, oh, you know, sometimes she takes breaks from foundation, stuff like that. But for the most part, the girl keeps a beat face. And that's what I think of when I think of like this new era that I'm trying to enter in. But right now, my relationship with makeup is pretty non-existent and pretty, I would say, lacking in being informed. I just don't know even what I don't know.
I have a suggestion for you.
Tell us.
Maybe starting with like a BB or CC cream. It's light coverage.
I've seen BB before. What is that?
BB means beauty balm. CC means color correction.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna color correct the dark spots that you have. The BB has a little bit of a tint of color. So it's not as heavy as a foundation, but just a little light coverage and feels like moisturizer.
I was just gonna say, is that something that I can apply like a moisturizer? I love that. I will start there. Thank you.
Is that similar to like tinted sunscreen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I actually have a question about that. Since you also seem to be well versed in skincare, what stage should I be putting sunscreen on? The girls say different things.
Yeah, I hear all the time.
Like, if I'm using, I'm washing my face, I'm using a toner, I'm using a moisturizer, I'm using
at the end.
So the
It's
very
the very
end.
last.
Okay, because
The very last step.
somebody had told me, and I'm like, that don't really sound right.
Yeah, call them out.
Look, I was like,
Who told you that?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not.
Who told you that?
I'm not gonna say that name, but you know, like said something to the effect that it should go on before your moisturizer because it should be in your skin or whatever. I don't fucking know, but I was just like, that doesn't sound right. But okay, but
It's
then
the protection,
I liked,
so it's the last step.
But then I liked Fenty, and also I was using Urban, I don't know what it's called, I forget, but
Urban
it was
Decay?
Not Urban Decay. It was a skincare.
Urban RX?
Yes, Urban RX. So both Urban RX and Fenty Skin, when I use both of them, they have a moisturizing sunscreen, which is usually just my go-to because I'm like, I don't have fucking time to like gamble, roll the dice on which part comes on first. Anywho, I'm going on a tangent. What was my other question? I have so many, I feel like.
Yeah, just knock
Well,
them all
since we were
out.
talking about order really quick,
Yes.
There's so many different ways. Like you said, don't follow the influencer girls because everyone does it differently. But I
Right.
need to know, is it foundation first, then eye stuff, or eye stuff foundation?
That's a great
Because I was
is.
taught eye stuff because then the stuff trickles on your face, you can clean it off, and then foundation.
Okay.
I was taught the
You're going to hate
opposite.
this answer.
Oh, darn.
It depends.
Okay.
So I
hate
do eyes first on my clients majority of the time, especially with bridal because they want a more intricate eye look.
Right.
That may have fallout, right? So then I'll do the face afterwards. On me, I'm not really an eyeshadow girl. So
Right.
I'll do my skin first, and that's what's most important to me. And then I'll follow up with eyes. So
What's most
whatever-
important to you?
Yeah,
most
got
important
it.
to you
Right.
and what's going to make the application easiest. So if you're going to have fallout and use a lot of eyeshadow, do the eyes first.
Okay.
That makes me feel good because I was bracing myself to learn that I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, that makes sense.
No, yeah.
Because I'm definitely not an artsy girl. I'm not doing nothing intricate on
Me
these
either,
maybe
no.
I see the sparkle.
But you see, I did it with my middle finger.
No, but I'm going to tell you, the best tool is your finger.
Yeah, whole time.
Ain't that right?
Yes, the best tool. is
So
your
ain't
finger.
that right?
No, I was thinking about
Here she goes.
flicking the bean. No, but seriously, but Okay, can we pivot?
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
you know, you can never go wrong with your hands. The toys are getting very intricate.
That's a big pivot. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
it's a huge one.
I wasn't ready.
Right.
The
You guys
toys
are ready for this.
I'm looking at Aja Asia because no, because you've bought me toys before, and I always appreciate and love it. But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing worse than having it die mid. You know. And sometimes you just gotta oil up that elbow and get to work.
Y'all gotta have the batteries on deck.
Why am I looking directly at you?
Well, I want to know, number one, why you're putting your elbow in
I'm talking
just
about
asking why
when it's
you
time to
put your elbow in it.
when it's time to transition to my hand. I do need a little elbow grease, not with the toy. No.
Okay. I was getting
Please, okay, back.
Anyways, I was about to say pivoting back. Okay, so it is okay that I use my finger for my eyeshadow.
It is.
Okay.
It is okay.
Yeah.
directly after you.
That's a great point.
That's how you
Yeah.
That's how you get pink. No, that's how you get another color eye. That's not even pink. Anywho,
As long as your hands are clean.
exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Clean
exactly.
hands.
Okay, that makes me feel good. And what is your take? So I hear people talking about, or maybe not people, just one person. This podcast that I listen to with a girl, a person who's very well versed in makeup. She does her makeup all the time. She's like, I hate to see a bitch with eyeshadow on and no foundation, like no full face. Like I hate to see it, and I just be like, I do that all the time, but I don't. I try to do something to the rest of my face so that it's not so like off-putting. Like when I was in high school, your girl used to just have like blue, you know, and no fucking foundation.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Not like that, but now it's like I'll do a little highlighter, like do a little. What are your?
There's
thoughts?
levels. So if you're
Say it wrong.
doing a very dramatic or stark eye, then when you don't put on foundation, it looks
yeah, that
weird.
looks crazy, yeah.
But yours is very subtle, so
Okay.
it doesn't look crazy. You
Thank
know,
you.
you're fine. Just some mascara, eyeshadow.
I feel validated. No, I needed that because I really do, and I think it's important. I think that this is a space that a lot of women need to build confidence in because it's a source of insecurity. I can't speak for all women, but like for me, when we live in a society where like our beauty is upheld as like part of our value, right? And then we have these techniques and these people that are professionals, and even people that are not professional but just good at it. And it's like, okay, I have to be good at that, and if I'm not, then I'm doing it wrong, and if I'm doing it wrong, then I don't look good. You know, all of these, like it becomes kind of
It's never
it can
ending.
be like a toxic spiral, you know. So I do think that it's important to have conversations with people who are professionals and just to have that moment like, oh no, this isn't wrong, this is, you know, because it's tough. I've
Just
given up a
get
lot.
One technique down, like one face down. You
Okay.
get really good at that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a quick 10,
Yes.
15 minute face.
I feel like I've been doing that lately.
Get that down.
I think you're really good at that, Dria P.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
she
love it.
does.
My quickest like applications be the most like,
Yeah.
and I love them.
But like every time I see you, and nowadays, perhaps unfortunately, I see you most during events. So, but every time I see you, your face always looks. It's like, okay,
Thanks.
the girl
Pretty
knows how to do.
flawless.
Yeah,
Thanks,
the girl knows how to
guys.
do makeup. And
Thanks, guys.
I am trying to get like that as well.
A big part of that is skincare, guys.
Yeah.
Word.
Great bone structure.
Yes,
Oh,
you
thank you.
do.
Doesn't
Wow.
much.
Yeah.
for you.
Okay.
Like your cheekbones are already sitting up, so you don't even have to worry about much like contouring or anything. Once you put product on there, it's gonna naturally take shape.
Wow. I was gonna ask you about contouring next. How like how necessary it is.
It's not necessary
Got it.
for everybody or
Right.
every occasion.
Darn, I love a contour
No,
nose.
you.
Oh, you contour your nose?
I'm learning. This is not. Well, this is a little string
little
of
strip?
highlight.
And your nose is not doesn't need contouring.
It
either.
doesn't, but I just like how it gives me an extra.
Yeah, no, I contour my nose, and it brings balance. So if you're,
Okay.
if you are contouring other parts of your face, then you need to bring the balance in
Yeah.
with the nose, or it does look off sometimes. So there's no set rule, and that's what makes it hard, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's like, no, I just need to know what I should do in this specific situation. No, there's no set rules. I say just learn the basics or how things work, and that way you can tailor it to what you like.
Got it. I love that. Since I brought up how sometimes it can be a source of insecurity, I do want to ask you both, what for you personally is your source of confidence?
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's a great question.
It's a great question. something I've been battling with.
Baby,
That's all right.
no,
Because
let's put
all
it
of
out.
us.
Put it
I feel
out.
like I've been struggling with the concepts of all my life, and I don't want this to sound
No,
pretentious or
don't
whatever.
worry about it.
But all my life, I was told, from little girl to grown, you're so pretty, you're so cute.
Yep.
I think as an adult now, post baby,
Yes.
post a little weight gain,
Right.
that is doing the reverse effect on me. Because
Yes.
I go in the mirror and be like, you're so pretty, you're so cute. No, I don't know what everyone's talking about. And then there's like body dysmorphia. So I've been really
Yes.
struggling with like trying to overcome that. So a source of confidence, I can't tell you one particular thing right now because I'm in the midst of literally
Right.
working
The
on getting
process.
the process of getting
Yeah.
back to what I find what's confident for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, if I could point you to something in this moment, though, I would say your awareness should be a source of confidence because I think that so many people, especially women, and like I was talking about earlier, we do live in a society where our value is so aligned with the way that we look.
Yeah.
A lot of women just struggle and just don't know what to do about it. You know, like don't know what to do or feel like this is just normal or I don't like how I look and that's just the way it is. But I definitely commend you having the self-awareness and where it comes from and where you want to go from there. So
Yeah.
I would think
Absolutely.
definitely take that as a source of confidence for
will.
sure.
I see it on the other end. I think a lot of women change how they look and try to be something else more than accepting themselves for who they truly are.
Yeah, but the women, a lot of the women that I do see, quote unquote, accepting, it's not with joy. It's just like, oh, I don't like how I look and I never will. You know, even with the changes sometimes, even when people do go out of their way to make those changes. But I think that there's something that has to happen inward, which sounds like that's the path that you're on,
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
understanding the root of these things and where it came from, and you're digging yourself out from there. Yeah. Both. I love that. What about you?
I was you 3
Yeah.
years ago. I was in your same shoes 3 years ago. So my daughter is 3.
Oh.
So where does my confidence come from? I've done a lot of work in this time, like to become more confident, and that is what has made me confident, doing the work and seeing the
Yes.
results that I have gotten. So from the weight loss, from going to therapy, working
That's a
on
big
my
one.
relationship, working and building my business and seeing the fruits of my labor actually, everything changing.
Yeah.
That has made me secure and confident in myself and trust myself.
And
I
I can
love
tell
that.
just being an
Yes.
outsider looking into your I know Instagram and social media is not everything,
Right.
but and I don't talk to you every day either. But from when I started working with you back in, when was it? You first did my
In
engagement
2020?
photo, 2020.
Yeah. Wow.
2020 was our
Yeah.
first engagement together, and we would have discussions each makeup session, and you would just share with me a little bit of your goals, a little bit of what you were working
I
on,
love that.
and to see you from 2020 to now,
Yeah,
like I
it's
see
fantastic.
it 100%. Let me give you your flowers now. I
thank
commend
you.
you.
Flowers.
I'm so proud
Don't
of
make me
you.
cry.
I'm so happy for you because everything you at least mentioned to me during our
Yes.
sessions, you've either exceeded it or you're doing it now, and I see it. Like it's shining through every time you post something, every time I see you.
Yeah, it's
So,
blinding. I'm like, let me
it's
get her
like-
on this show. She can
it's
talk
like
about it all.
you were literally like, I'm doing this like medicine and makeup. Boom, you did it. And you were like, I'm working on. You just were starting to work out, and like you said, 45 down. Like you're doing
Yeah.
everything you set your mind to. And then what really stood out to me when we used to talk during our sessions, you were like, everything I want for my business, I'm starting with myself. And I was like, that's the key.
I
This-
love
And
that.
it's just pouring out of you. So
Thank
I
This
love
is
that.
not what I expected.
I just had to say that. Like,
No, I love
always
that
give.
so
I just
much.
cause give flowers while they're people
Yes,
are here. I
yes.
wanted just to.
I
say
get so
that.
shy, and people tell me I need to brag more, but that's just not
No,
who
I
I
get
am.
it.
I'm pretty humble, so I'm like kind of crouched down.
I know.
Yeah.
I just make you feel uncomfortable.
No, it's not that. I'm like that when people talk about me or give me
Yeah.
compliments. I don't know what that's
Same.
about. Like I'm just like
Yeah.
just
It's normal, but I love that. And one of the things that stands out to me about what you were saying about her, Dria P, is there's something so powerful about like a strong set intention. You know, like everything that you've done so far sounds like it started with you knowing exactly what you wanted the end goal
Yeah.
to be. And people really underestimate how important that is. Like I am a person that is I'm just kind of like always flowing. I'm always just like I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe this will happen, maybe not, or I would like this. Like there's never been like solid conviction. This is what I want,
Yeah.
and I think that is the point. That's the catalyst for everything changing.
I got
for a
sick
lot
of
of
myself.
people.
That's the truth. Like,
Period.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it
wow,
takes
that's
getting
exactly
sick of
what it
yourself.
was.
Yes.
I was like, okay, I'm tired of being fat. I'm tired of not seeing my business like flow and do well. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to work. I was an occupational therapist before all of this, but I'm like, I don't want to work this job forever. Like I want to become a makeup artist. I want to build all of this. Like, what am I gonna do?
You're tired of not seeing what you don't have, what you
Yeah.
don't, what you know you can work
And what you know
towards.
you can have.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah,
like
for
I didn't
sure.
know where it was going to go, but I was like, I need to try. I need
Yes.
to at least give it the effort that it
And you
needs
had
to
the
have.
faith. Because
Yes.
I think literally our second sessions together, you were like, I'm turning in my 2 weeks on Monday. I was like,
yes.
oh, you're doing this.
I love that.
Turn in
Yeah,
that 2
like-
weeks.
And
I was like, I gotta tell y'all about that.
Uh-oh.
So no, it's nothing bad,
Okay.
but the reason what gave me like the gumption to do that is like my fiance.
Yeah.
When he said, I'm going to support you and go ahead and fly, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he said it because he's in finance and he does not play when it comes to money.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's pretty.
So that's powerful because
Yeah.
that means that he saw something in you and that was
Yes.
like, this is gonna work out. It's gonna be okay. Because if somebody in finance told you, like, go ahead,
right.
Right, exactly.
Before he was like,
Like,
the idea
don't-
she
not
has,
too
like,
much.
nah,
Yeah,
don't
like,
do that
not
one.
too much.
Right. So I was like, you sure?
Yeah.
Like, are you drunk? Yeah. So
I
he
love
gave me
that.
he gave me the green light, and I said, okay, let me hurry up because
While
he
you
might
can.
change
So
his
that
mind.
gives you the extra push, like you don't want him to prove you right or
Yeah.
backwards or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know,
But that's the thing too. Like when you planted a seed in your mind of what it is that you wanted, and the universe came through with all of the things that you needed to have that happen. And I love that.
God be listening.
Period.
I put on Instagram maybe like a month before you reached out to me that I wanted to get on the podcast.
yeah, I saw that.
Oh shoot, for real?
Okay. Yeah, I did.
yeah, I did see that.
I didn't see that.
On this
I just
She
put-
said in
Oh,
general.
I was like, what?
no,
Just
no,
said
I
in
didn't say
general.
I was like, why did it take us so long?
I didn't say this
Yeah,
podcast,
just in general.
but
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
in general. Like I wanted to start actually talking and getting more out
I
there in the
love that.
forefront. So I just like put it in a little note. Like
Man,
Whoa.
listen,
That's crazy.
See,
setting goals
love
and
it.
manifesting.
It's
I
real.
a
don't like
real
to call
thing.
myself the manifest queen.
You are.
No,
I'm one of those too.
you think I wasn't gonna bring that up?
but it's really just something to it, you know.
We
Nothing to
we
it
know.
but to do-
We know.
Yeah,
we
know that
know.
about you.
And that's and that it's. I think that the whole manifestation thing, like, I understand why it seems so much like magic and so like otherworldly because our second episode of Away with Words, the podcast, I as a spectator,
Yeah.
I cannot describe to another person like in a tangible, like this is what she did, this is what she said. You just up and being like, I just feel like my man is around the corner, and da da da, like literally.
Yeah, and that's where he lived.
And he lived, and like he literally
Lived
lived around the corner from us. And I don't know if it was actually out of your mouth or Aja's mouth, but like somebody was like, okay, John Doe, 'cause,
Yeah,
like John
it was
Doe
all
just. And it's just that
Please.
Please stop. But like that moment, and like
Yeah.
I think about that so often,
Yeah.
and I've talked to I've talked about that so.
The wordies know all about
No,
it.
but the
Like
wordies
I've
know
talked
all
about
of
it
that.
so much because it's like I feel like there's something divine, there's something written
what I was gonna
already
say.
with us. There's a divinity to us, and I think that there are certain things that are genuinely meant for us.
Right.
And
right.
sometimes we know. Sometimes something in us knows. And that was a moment where it was like you had a peek into that somehow,
Life is a
intuitively.
catalog.
Literally.
Life
Shout
is a
out to Life is a
catalog.
Catalog. Wow.
you're spiritually in tune.
Like something,
Yeah.
something
I
in
be
you
thinking
just
I am.
knew.
But
No,
yeah,
for real.
I be doubting myself, but you know.
I think that what's meant for us is meant for us regardless, and I
Yeah,
think
for
that
sure.
we control like the pace at which we meet it and who we are when we meet it and what we do with the opportunity when it comes to us. Like we control those things, but I think that there are certain things that are just genuinely meant for us.
Yep.
And you had a moment in that moment, and others
Yeah.
where you just kind of had like this intuitive, like you just knew, and like it just fell off your tongue. It was just so natural, and we're just like, okay, like we're
Like,
having
okay,
a regular
girl.
conversation, and then fast forward a year, and I live with y'all.
Yeah.
We just me, you, and him just go to Fridays.
I
and
know.
I was just y'all third wheel for 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it's little stuff like that, and that makes me so hopeful. It makes me
Yes.
Quick thing. Malcolm Gladwell, I don't know if y'all know him. He's an author. He did a lecture that I found on YouTube a couple weeks ago. And he was talking about the story of David and Goliath and how people misinterpret it. Like, people misinterpret it as, like, this miraculous thing where really there's a lot of evidence that the way that David defeated Goliath actually makes a lot of sense because Goliath was a giant, and a giant in those times, he was only, I mean, that's still huge. He was 6'7", which is huge. But in those times, that was like a giant. And like usually people that size, there's like a mental mishap. So there's a lot of things about Goliath that, like, when you really think about it, David defeating him really isn't that much of a miracle. And when I heard that, it bummed me out. It kind of made me be like, I don't like that. That makes me feel like everything is logical and like we have to choose. But I was talking to my partner about that, and he was like, I don't think that's what he was saying. I think that the miracle is in yourself and still being equipped, because regardless of the fact that, to me, I'm hearing that and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That still doesn't change the perception of the people. Where were they? You know where they were? Wherever.
Ooh, we're
but
heathens.
wherever that war was happening, where David went and did the slingshot, the Philistines, yes. That doesn't change the perception of those people. They still thought this is a giant. This is someone who is undefeatable. This kid doesn't have any armor on. Da, da, da. So when my partner pointed that out to me, because me with my logic at the time, I was like, oh, that sucks. That makes me feel like, oh, we have to be calculated. Oh, we have to think. You know, we have to like use our logic, and that like takes the magic out of it. But he was like, no, it's still a miracle that somehow, without knowing that, he knew that. You know, and I've been just so like wrapped up in like magic and like the miraculousness of life, and I think that it's really important that we know that it exists and that it's happening around us, because you know, the world is kind of shitty sometimes.
Yes.
And if we just look outside all the time, it's just like, wow, what a what a shit show.
Yeah.
I'll
But-
take some of that from you, because I've gotten more logical.
Yeah, I get that though, and I think that there's a time and a space for it, and I think that logic helps us to be grounded. But as Paramore says, keep your feet on the ground with your head in the clouds. Like, you can do both. You can exist in both spaces. And I think it's just about being open, because God is working through us. A lot of times we don't know. I come across stuff all the time, and I'm like, I don't really know what decision I made or what I did to get to this space, but here I am, and here's this opportunity. And it's like, if we're open enough, God will work through us as we are using our logic and doing all this, you know, so we can do both.
That's what I say, because I am too logic and just very like straightforward, like calculated,
analytical.
Yeah, and so, but I think what saves me is like just being super faithful. Like you have to be faithful. Like when stuff just be like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But you just have to just keep being faithful. Like that's what I keep my mind on. Like, because if you get into the weeds of like, dang, this situation sucks, I don't know what I'm going to do, I stop myself. I'm like, I don't know I don't know what's going to happen.
And I don't have
but
to
you know
know.
what, God, this is yours, and you just let me know what you need me to do about it.
Yes.
And then that's it.
That's the space that I'm just now finding myself in.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. And I always thought of myself as a very optimistic person. And I used to be kind of toxic positive, I would say.
What is that?
Toxic positive, someone who like just shuns all negative feelings. So like a negative feeling will come up, and I'll be like, nope, actually, everything's fine.
And like, don't say that. Don't say
Oh,
hate.
yeah.
I'm like, bring it. It sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, I would police people's language and stuff like that. But now I've come to a place of more balance where I know that, we decided that was negative. We decided that to hate something was a negative thing. We decided that, like, and really all things are really neutral, and we get to choose. We get to choose how we feel about it, right? But I'm just now getting to the space where anxiety comes over me, and I'm saying like, okay, this isn't mine, and then I don't have a solution. Therefore, it's not my thing it's not mine to make. Otherwise, I would have the solution. Yeah, you know.
So where are you getting your confidence from? Because you asked everybody.
Oh, where am I getting my confidence from? I've been getting dick down on the regular. That helps.
Yeah, that's great.
Regular sex makes me feel confident.
Okay.
I'm kidding, y'all.
And no,
Look, I'm like, okay.
That's
It could
dick
be a real
down.
that's a
No,
good thing,
but
because
that
you
is
know
a
the
thing,
whole
though.
connectivity with creativity.
Truly, but I've been wilding out, so let's not. But
Don't get too creative.
I know. I'm not trying to create nothing. But no, that I was joking, but that is kind of true too. Like, I'm gonna go back to that.
Okay,
That's
cool.
gonna be
I
my
just-
second thing, because I hate to be that girl that's just my man all the fucking time.
We know that's not
my
you, though.
source of confidence. My source of confidence honestly comes from a place of presence, like being present and like radical acceptance.
Okay.
So anytime I'm like, this sucks, I don't like this, where can I apply love in this place? And that really helps me. So that's a confidence that I think that I have towards the world, where it's like, if I can look at this situation and be like, you know what, there's something to love about this, there's something hidden here that I just can't see, it's for my highest good, that confidence that I have outwardly has kind of churned over and come back to me. So over time, I'm just like, okay with everything. I look at my body and I'm like, this is my body and this is good and I like it. And, you know, like, with all of its quirks, with all of its, you know, I did a lot of mirror work, though. I'm not going to act like that just happened overnight. But, you know, I meditate in front of the mirror, butt-ass naked, and look at myself. And, like, when my brain is like, oh, I don't, because I feel like this is, like, a thing everybody knows. I do not like my arms. I do not have a good relationship with the look and shape of my arms, right? But I have to shift. I have to be like, well, they're here. That's what they do. And I make a bomb-ass pot of greens, and I just don't think that bitches without fat arms can make good greens. I don't think that. I don't think that. So it's like, I need the divots in my elbow, and if the greens are going to be good, or I just got to stop making greens, and I don't want to do that. So, but stuff like that, you know, and I've learned to just, like, appreciate the space that I'm in all forms, where I am fit. And I think that shifting, that's why I shifted out of being toxic positive. Now I'm able to be like, I'm sad. I don't know why, and I hope it doesn't, you know, drift into depression, but maybe it will, and that's just where I am, you know.
Deal with it when you get there.
Just take it as it comes. So I do think that kind of has been a source of confidence for me. But also, having a partner that affirms me has also been very helpful, you know. Like, having someone that I'm in alignment with, who I don't have to do the whole, like, do I look? You know, I don't have to be like, do you like? It's just like.
Tell me what all your partners are doing for you. I would love to hear that. Just go. No, I didn't say in the bedroom.
No, but that's definitely helpful. Just having someone, words of affirmation really matters to me. And I hate when we start talking. I feel like it's corny now, like talking about love languages and stuff.
No way.
But that shit is really real. And I told someone, I was in a relationship before this one, and with a very, very, a wonderful person. And when someone would ask me, like, what is going on? Don't do that. Like, what is going on? Like, why, you know, why is it not great? Like, why aren't you feeling great about this? And I used to explain, like, if I'm asking someone, I have the courage now to ask you for a pepperoni pizza and you constantly bring me cheese. Are you offering me sustenance? Yes. Are you doing a thing? Are you putting in effort? Yes. But, like, don't I deserve to get exactly what I want? You know? Why would you do that? Right. No, literally. But that's how I liken it in the love language things. I was with someone who was, like, heavy on acts of service. And so people around me are seeing him do these acts of service. And they're like, oh, he's amazing. He's great. And I'm like, yeah, but, like, I just want that nigga to tell me I'm pretty. Like, that's it. Like, sometimes I just want, you know. And now I'm in a space where I don't have to ask. I don't have to, you know. And that's, like, a little thing. But it's a huge fucking thing. Yeah. It's so, it creates so much more ease in the flow of the relationship, where it's like, oh, a lot of stuff felt like pulling teeth because I didn't feel safe and secure, and I needed reassurance all the time. But now all of those things are gone, so we just flowing, and we're having a good time. And when problems arise, it's easy to talk about them because there's nothing there. There's no border of like, ooh, and I also feel, you know, it's just like, oh, I didn't like that you did that thing, and you know, it's just very easy. It's easy. That's great. So I fuck with that. Yeah. You know, and the dick helps. Got it. Did you want everybody to answer that for real?
Just something. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, what?
I was just asking, like, just what your partner has. What do they instill in you, or like, what do you get out of them?
Ooh, no,
that's a deep question.
Yeah, it is.
Summarize.
I would say
simplify,
without having to be like in the consistent deep stuff. I'll speak on the present.
Yeah.
like I said, he had
I
a
love the
child
present.
4 months ago. So I think for right now, I think what my oh my gosh,
No, you're great. You're
what
great.
my partner is providing me is patience.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I've been ebbing and flowing with postpartum.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure some days I'm a monster. Other days I'm isolated. Other days I want to be in love. And I
Right.
know that has to be crazy for a partner to experience on the other end.
Sure, yeah.
So I think right now what my partner is giving me just is absolute grace and patience. And so I'm
Perfect.
appreciative of that because, you know, some people walk out and be like, I can't deal with this.
Yeah. That's
You
true.
know? So, and he's not doing that. So he's still there. I think he's at home. But no, so yeah, I appreciate that right now because I don't know how long this lasts.
Right.
It doesn't have a deadline.
Right.
Right.
And I can't control it. It's something like, ladies, you really cannot control this postpartum thing. It's kind of
Wow.
scary sometimes. Some days I'd be a little afraid, like, okay, I need this kind of to be over. I don't want to feel like this today.
Yeah,
and not having
yeah.
control over that, me being a control freak, it's a little wild.
Right.
Anywho, so yeah, patience. It's been great.
Took me a long time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm physically recovering.
No,
from
some
having a
people
baby.
say that, and I'm just like, I don't have that
That's
kind of
real.
time.
Seriously.
I don't have
That's
that kind of
real.
So I had a
time.
C-section.
Me
so-
too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The
The,
bonding.
the ab,
So I'd be rubbing my stomach sometimes, like, why are we sore still? Is that something going on? But-
ab work is very hard.
Oh my God, I have no core, and I had a great core. It's depleted. It's gone.
Man.
It's coming back, baby.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just over here like, oh no. No, but
No, it's
a beautiful
hard.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is he? He has given me consistency,
Yeah.
protection,
Yeah.
and just overall support from the beginning.
Love that.
He's a man's man. I kind of think of him that way. He's just like
I love it, man.
yeah, he's a man's man. Like you talked about the femininity and all that. Like with him, because people see me and they think this persona of like you're so strong, you're
Yeah,
a boss,
girl
you're this.
boss.
Yeah.
I hate the word boss.
I hate it too.
Oh.
I hate it.
I hate that word. But yes, I consider myself a leader, but I think of
Yes.
myself as like more of I influence, I motivate more than I'm like a boss and I lay down the hammer. But
Yeah.
with him and in our home and in our relationship, I take a back seat and I sit
Yeah,
down.
that's
That's what's
nice.
And he allows me the space to be able to do that. I'm very comfortable in our
Yeah.
relationship.
That's
I
good.
love that.
And
Yeah.
I hate to be materialistic, but not to mention this.
I was
Like, let's see that motherfucker.
I wasn't
also
gonna
give
do
her a
it.
nice ring.
Shining.
Gorgeous. No, I feel like I've been like drifting looking at it.
Yeah, me too. I keep it like,
Gorgeous. And it fits. I feel like it just fits.
yeah, that thing's
fits
sitting up,
you,
y'all.
It fits your
Up
personality.
close is sitting up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I love that.
It does. It does. No.
Okay, so we have to pivot again because we can't end this episode having given. I mean, shout out to partners, right? Cool.
Yeah.
But it's
Cool.
women's History
Yeah,
Month.
exactly. For sure.
It is.
So I want to ask a woman,
Oh.
famous or otherwise, dead or alive, who do you think of when you think of like that is my style icon, that is my glam icon,
Ooh,
like
glam?
this girl does
Oh
it
my
for me.
gosh.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
great.
just right.
Oh my
God.
goodness. That's a hard
We
one.
should have sent this out before.
I
Send the
know.
question
I'll tell you mine.
Okay, good. Maybe.
Maybe not glam, but like style. I think about Tracee Ellis Ross a lot
Okay.
because
That's a good one.
she is someone who she has like an automatic air of I don't know if it's her height or like the way that she carries her body. She has like this air of sophistication about her, but she dresses really fun.
Right.
And
She does.
like it's
very vibrant.
It's cute, it's stylish, but it's like it has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And the contrast of that really, I'm like, ooh, what a like that. That's the type of bitch I would be. I would sit up straight if
Okay,
she
so
walked
let's
into
turn
the
you into
boardroom.
Tracee Ellis Ross.
yeah.
Well, that's yes, yes, and I'm gonna show you the girl, and I don't want. I hope you don't roll your eyes at the girl. I'm gonna show. I have a girl who I told my partner like this is who like if I start like I feel like I need to emulate something because I don't have style. I just don't have it. That's just not my thing, and that's okay. But I have a girl who I look at. She's just an influencer. She's young as fuck. That I don't like being this girl, like this woman, but like when she said her age, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm over here idolizing like a fucking baby.
There's nothing wrong with
I know
that.
there's nothing wrong
I
with
have
it.
one of those.
That's
too,
why I'm like,
where-
I don't want to be that woman, but I was like, oh, that kind of like hit me in the gut. I'm
Why
like,
are you inspiring me, little girl?
22. I was like, yikes. But I'm gonna show you her. I can't think of her name right now, because I would shout her out because I do really like her. But she is someone where I'm like, this is how I want to like
Ooh, I
go
have
out
somebody
into the
like
world.
that too.
But yeah, Tracee Ellis Ross, I think really just inspires me. It's something about I like contrast. I like juxtaposition. I think that her stance, and I think it's opposite of the way that she dresses, but it works so well. It looks so nice all the time.
We gotta turn you into Tracee Ellis Ross.
Okay,
one day.
period.
One day.
Period. I gotta get my hair bigger and all that stuff too. But
I like when your hair is big.
me too.
Yeah, me too.
I need to
The
take care
bigger
of my
the hair,
hair.
the closer to Jesus. I presently, I would have to say my girl Savannah James has been sharp.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
I definitely,
Savannah's everything.
she's been sharp, and I love the fact that she can flow in and out. She be at the games in sweats,
Period.
'cause that's me.
And she
but
always
then
looks
she'll go to
good.
Fashion Week and eat the girls up, and
Okay.
she's just been giving it to us lately. So that would be my my
I love
girl.
that. No, that's a really, really good
Love
one.
Savannah.
Me too. She has this classiness about her, but
Yes.
she will also.
She looked like she a dog walker.
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah,
She
and
look
I
like she could
love
fight.
that.
So,
wanna
I love
I
that.
want to adopt more of that because
love
I feel
that.
like I'm not that person. I just will. If somebody tried to like come at me, I just will probably just dismiss it and like not
Like,
say
bitch,
nothing.
you look a mess.
But I also just want to have that sophistication about myself where people will know, like, ooh, actually, don't try it.
Don't try.
You know,
her.
I just want people to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
She looks great, and I
Yeah.
also want to be blonde so bad. But
Oh,
somebody
me
told me I'm too light.
Who said that?
I forgot,
You
but
just gotta do the dark roots in the blend.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
ombre.
One shade of blonde.
I want to be like Sierra Honey.
I
Oh.
love that. You can do that.
You
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Let's do it this
I was
summer.
like, well, okay.
I said, no, let's do it this
A
summer.
little wig
You
to
need
try
a
it out.
warm,
Oh,
a
yeah, you
warm
should
blonde.
definitely.
I need a warm blonde. I don't want to be like
Yeah.
blonde, like platinum.
ash.
I
Yeah.
wanna.
But I
wanna
just
be
want to see
platinum.
what it's like.
Yeah.
That'd be
Somebody
cute.
told me my features are like too dark, but I'm too light. Like you know, my like
Who is
I don't know.
somebody?
They're not an expert. They're not an expert.
I forgot.
No.
Right. Don't listen.
No. You could definitely do. I would say warm. That's
Yeah.
warm
Yeah.
blonde.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a person in particular. My style and what I like is more of like classic beauty that flows through the generations of time. That's me.
Come
Like
on.
I love like the 20s and that
yeah.
I love
The
20s.
era.
I love 60s mod.
Yeah, I love 90s. Like I love a Nia Long, a Halle Berry.
yes.
Yeah.
Those icons, a Sierra in the 2000s. Even now, like I love.
Oh, she
her
do be
style.
dressing.
Her, Kelly,
Oh,
Lori,
Kelly is
Kelly.
fantastic.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I would say that, like, very classic beauty that transcends. That's me all day long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
McGee, do you have a style icon?
Uh,
They don't have to be a woman.
style.
A style.
You caught me off guard.
You say La La Anthony.
What? I'm gonna kick your ass.
You like La La Anthony, right?
You can come back to me.
Okay. Well, there's no back.
Well,
Well,
I don't have enough time to think about that. I'm
not a
sorry.
person, but a style. You
I'm
love
not listening.
suits so much, right?
I don't. I do not like dressing up. I'm trying to get out of that though.
I would love to see.
So you need
that.
to get in a suit and
'Cause
you need to get dressed up like Tracee Ellis Ross.
Yes, and you look so good in suits. And
I just
stuff.
feel
like
uncomfortable.
your
That's the
wedding
only
looks
reason.
are always so.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'd be like, can't
So you
move.
getting this body to not put a suit on?
Right, because you
Yeah.
have
No,
to.
right? I just want to show it off. The suit is covering it up.
No.
So,
No, if you get a good tailored suit,
I know it's
it's
gonna
gonna
fall
show everything
right.
you need
Yeah,
to show.
you're
Oh my
right.
God.
You're right.
There's
You're
nothing
right.
better.
That's
than
how
a
I
tailored
feel.
suit.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my husband. He's a sweats guy, but I just want to see him. I actually want to see him with like, I want him to dress up as a cop for Halloween.
We're getting into the fantasies here, people.
No, like a detective with the holster.
Oh.
Not like a uniform,
yeah,
but like
yeah.
slacks, button
I
up
just
with
so
the
see
holster.
that.
Investigator.
You just gotta buy. You just gotta get it.
So what are you gonna be then?
No, right.
I don't know.
A criminal.
Talk about whatever he wants me to be.
A criminal.
Dria P, y'all can do the dance for you video, Beyonce with the detective,
Oh, like the detective,
old
uh-huh,
style
like-
detective.
Oh, it's the black
Yeah,
and white,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Cute.
That would be great.
And you'll be blonde.
Or do you want the
That would
Probably
be
the leather
Velcro
stretch, like the one that be
straps.
on the back where the gun sit, like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Ooh,
Oh, like Rush Hour.
I also want to see him in scrubs, but this is getting,
What is you and everything, JP?
getting
You
crazy.
gotta just buy the stuff and just tell them to put
Just
it
like
on.
put it on.
Just leave it out from like this.
I
like
getting out
that.
of hand, but yeah, no. Anywho,
think that's
I think you
sexy.
you should dress up more because you do
Okay,
look nice.
thank you.
No,
okay,
for
I'll try.
sure.
I'll try that.
Yeah, maybe let's do it for your birthday. Let's do.
Oh, get dressed up.
Did I tell y'all? Look, I'm just
didn't.
thinking about me again. I want to throw a prom for my half birthday. Not this year because I think it'll be a little too much, but maybe next year. I want to
Okay.
do a prom
Okay.
because it's warm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because my birthday's too cold. So be on the lookout. Not a sneaker ball. No, like a real prom. Like I want like Cinderella, like poofy dresses.
A gown.
Back in the days.
Yeah, like back in the day prom.
Got you.
I mean, we gotta have at least a couple of ratchet folks. You know the bitches that would have the rhinestones around their belly button. Yes, I need a couple. Of those. I do need a couple of those.
That
Anyway.
polyester
Who?
with the polyester made dresses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That cheap
No,
spandex. She
leave-
looks
leave
so
it-
nice.
Leave it where it's at.
Leave it in the 2000s, please.
I mean, but it's open because I was. That was the 2000s when we were going to prom.
Yeah, we was
So-
going to prom in 2000s.
Yeah, you can
So
can
you
take
want a
it back.
2000s prom? Or
Kinda.
Okay.
I really just want to redo my prom.
Okay. Got it.
And
Okay.
I went to prom in 2010. I'm a baby, but
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
I feel old.
I know. I know.
But you're not. But
you're not.
old.
Don't say you're not. I'm just young. But
young.
but yeah, I do want to redo my prom experience because I just did not. It's unsatisfactory, and I wish that I cared more back then. This is so off topic,
Yeah, it's
but
okay.
that's a good place. You know, I got my makeup professionally done for prom. I looked really cute. Look, all right, never mind. Look, because I'm just gonna keep going off. Anything else before we wrap up?
Yeah,
feel like
I
this
actually
is-
have a question.
Please,
for Nikki.
please.
As a client of yours, former client, but want to continue being a
Yeah,
client.
always.
So you like rebranded and all these things. Make it clear to me. Are you just strictly bridal now?
No, for
Okay.
everybody
Okay.
that asks.
I was about to say that's bad for me.
No. Not strictly bridal. Definitely, I'm a bridal specialist.
Yes.
That's a big area of the brand. But no, myself and my team, we do it all. So
Okay.
whatever you need
Cool.
us for, we are there.
Good, because I was just like, dang, I think she just does bride, and then I had my maternity shoot, and I was
No,
like,
no.
I mean, the person who did my makeup did great, but I
Yeah.
just was like,
Oh, yeah,
I
you
didn't
was
know if I could come to you.
Of
or-
course. Come
was
see me
sad.
in my new studio.
Yes,
Yeah.
about
Please,
that.
let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
come on, studio.
Yes, studio. I need some. I'm looking over here at this backdrop that you have. I'm like, I need this at the studio.
Yeah.
So we have a new studio on 35th Street, right down the street from the Sox Park at the
Great.
Joe B Art
love
Center.
that.
Are you
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
So-
absolutely.
Yeah, so we're in there on the 4th floor.
That's like Wedding Central.
It is.
Nice.
Yes.
Speaking
Love
of tomorrow, we have a wedding there.
Oh, got it.
I was like, no, yeah, tomorrow, and then in the next couple weeks we have another wedding there.
I love that.
But we are doing services there, makeup and hair services, photo shoots, and a little lounge area
Cute.
classes.
Great.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Networking, all of that will happen. In
I'm
that
gonna be in
studio
tune.
space.
Yeah,
I
me
need that.
too.
I need that.
I'm just gonna be at the lounge, like I'm just here, guys.
I want to go take pictures there.
I
so.
love that.
Please.
So there's a lot of things that are current. What is next for Nicki Rouge and the brand?
Oh my gosh. So this year I am just continuing to grow.
Love that.
I haven't said this either, but I'm just gonna say I'm being honest. and
Exclusive.
Yeah,
transparent.
so much of it.
I'm gonna be expanding my team. Like I don't have a choice, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't have a choice.
I
don't
love
have a
that.
choice. It's hard. It's hard right now. Like I don't actually have the capacity for
Yes.
myself to do it. But towards the end of this year, we will be adding some more team members because the weddings are.
They're getting up there.
Yes, that's a beautiful thing.
That's
Our
a beautiful
I
problem.
wish I knew how to do
have.
makeup.
Yeah, that's happening. The studio
hire
space.
me?
So, like I said, classes, photography in there. I'll be hosting a lot of different events going on in there. So, that's coming.
Look at that. You're
love
saying this
that.
very like lightly.
I know,
but
it's
a
like-
major
it's kind of a
deal.
big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge deal.
I want to start a podcast too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be
I
great.
just
What would the topics be, or what would be your niche?
So I'm thinking just all things beauty, business, weddings, everything that falls under that, like diversity and inclusion, and
Love
Yeah,
that.
for
like
sure.
you said, how women feel,
Yes.
confidence. There's so many things that I can talk about.
Yeah.
I love that.
Being a
Do
woman,
it.
relationships, love,
all the things.
all the things.
All the things.
I love that. I think
Absolutely.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to. I need to put.
You
a
got
fire
my
under
subscription
me.
already.
Yeah, mine too.
I'm excited about the Dria P. What's up with you? What's next for you?
Oh,
before we
goodness.
wrap it up.
You know, just
You know.
growing as a person, as a
Mommy.
mom.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
You're
That's
doing
my
great.
newest big
You're doing
task.
great.
Well, not task. I don't want to make it sound like task,
Not
but
task.
growing as a wife, like you had mentioned earlier, I think where I want to go, I think where I want to put my focus next is my career. Either where I am now, like what I'm doing now, or just a whole 360. I think I want to enter a new industry. Not sure yet. Still thinking through the things. I kind of want to. I hate saying it.
Tell
I
us.
kind of want to vlog.
Yeah.
Kind of want to vlog.
Absolutely.
You've been
But I
saying
just
that.
also just always doubt myself because I'd be like, I'm boring. Who's about to watch my
That's
little
really
day
not
in
the
the life?
case. It's not
But
the
it'll just be
Yeah.
motherhood, lifestyle,
That's
the basic
relatable.
things.
That's relatable.
That's
though.
what people
Like,
want to see.
Exactly.
We'll see. I'm so mad at myself. I punch myself every day because I missed like 3 years of great content because I could have started from engagement, wedding, bridal shower,
Not too late.
have
It's all right.
baby.
I'm
It
like,
would have been
you-
perfect.
Your
Help me.
first episode is a recap.
Help me.
Yeah.
Your first episode is a recap, and I could see it now. We could do like you know how like 90s shows, how it'll start like.
I said I wanted to do that, like the start of a BT movie.
Yes,
Yes.
and it's like
You're
so
wondering how I got
here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's how I want
Exactly.
to start, and I want to drop like the first 10 episodes first,
Right.
and it'll just be all recap, and then by the
Ooh.
time people catch up, it'll be current.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I don't know, I'm just thinking.
You got it
through
mapped
it.
out already.
I'm
What's
just
wrong?
nervous. I'm just scared.
Well, don't be.
I don't know. It's just so
It takes time.
pop
It does.
culture-y. That's everyone's vlogging.
That's just
I
what
mean,
we
but
got.
so what? There's room for everybody.
You're right.
There's absolutely room for everybody. And
We'll see.
if nothing else, is a creative outlet. And I think that that's the most
Yes.
important thing.
And that's what I've been lacking for years. That's
Yes.
another thing I've been doing a lot of processing, a lot of processing.
I love that.
And a part of the confidence that I lack and where I got a lot of my confidence from,
Yep.
is my whole side of my performance life that
Yeah.
I just don't do.
Yeah.
I used to like sing and perform if you don't know me.
Yes.
And I haven't done that in almost 10 years probably, for real.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to like get into music again, but that part of me is not happening and I'm lacking. I think that's where a lot of my confidence came from.
Yeah.
So since that's been gone, I haven't been the most confident. So
that makes perfect sense.
We working
all
on
the
it.
things,
We
just
working on it.
processes,
And we
processing,
are- and that's-
processing.
and I think that allowing yourself a creative outlet, even a little bit, even that, I mean, it's going to open up so much. Because you say now that you don't want to get back into music, but that might be the catalyst for that, you
You're
know?
right, yeah.
Because once you open it up, it start overflowing,
It
and you
does,
got to
I
get it
know.
out.
I have to stop being afraid of myself. I am
Yes.
literally my worst critic. Obviously, everyone says that, but I literally be in my own way.
Yeah.
And it's like
We're all there
it's
sometimes.
so
For sure.
crippling. Like
Yeah.
it makes me sick. Like how you said, I'm
Sick of myself,
tired.
yeah.
I'm so sick of myself, and I think that's where I'm at. Like I'm at the beginning of like finally really being sick of myself, and
Yeah.
I'm ready to just break out.
I'm
And that's
happy
the
you
fire.
made
Maybe
it.
some advice.
Yeah, please.
Don't try to make it perfect.
Yep.
That's my
Just-
problem.
Just
do
start
it.
and put it out there.
Yeah.
And that way you'll see what people like and don't like, and then that will help you
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah.
So don't,
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on
Okay,
now.
guys.
Yeah, and what you like, and what you like too,
Yeah.
like, because it's really important that
Yeah.
that you feel satisfied, but you also have to be fucking for real. Like, don't,
Right.
because like when you get to the point where you're like striving for perfection all the time, you're gonna just keep being like, oh, I'm not putting this out, or
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Put it out anyway, refine it as it goes, and everything is worthy. That's what I try to tell myself.
Yeah.
Everything is worthy.
Literally, this podcast.
Literally.
That's how we all started.
Oh,
it.
Yeah, I mean, we were literally at the fucking dining room table on Imperial, and I was
Okay.
just like, I'm recording on a fucking laptop.
On
like
a
this is how
laptop,
this
no
started.
speak, no
how have you
mics.
stay so consistent?
Yeah,
That's a great
that's
question.
a great question
Everybody,
for you.
I always have the
Yeah.
same answer. We just love it. I personally love it.
Yes,
So,
honestly,
always
like,
finding ways to just improve and grow, and it's because I love doing it.
yeah,
It's my personal reason.
I agree. I definitely think that podcasting for me is is like my creative sweet spot because I'm a writer, also sing. I sang with Dria P, and there are places in those realms where I had never really felt like home, you know, and never really felt like mine. But this, it just clicked, and I think. I say this all the time. I tell people, like, I will live the rest of my days proving to Michael McGee how grateful I am for him. Like, for real. Because I'm not a visual. I know. I'm not a you see, I'm always crying. But I'm not a visually creative person, right? And I'm also very present, which I love that about myself. But sometimes I can be present to a fault. I'm not seeing ahead. I'm not thinking like, oh, what could this be? I just be doing a thing. And honestly, the podcast came from me coming home to Dria P and Aja No Asian out every night and being like, this is funny. Like, this is fun. Like, we just be
out of control.
riffing. And yes, it used to be chaotic. And one day I was just like, I feel like I'm just going to put this on the internet. I don't know what that is or like what that means. But that's really where it came from. And Michael was like, oh, you could do visuals or you could do that or, oh, have guests. Oh, do like this larger than life fucking show that y'all see. When people come here and we have guests and people are like, oh my God, like what is this?
I love seeing that.
I attribute all of that to honestly the McGees, Michael McGee first and foremost, but also the support that we get from Michael's parents and just wanting this to be professional and polished and like caring about it in a way that I just genuinely don't have the creativity or capacity to do. I am a professional conversationalist, as I say, and a writer, and I think that I'm really good with words and concepts and production in that way, but it's become such a joy because of what Michael has planted for us, for real. Like it's so easy. That's the thing. Like,
Michael.
yeah. Again, giving praise to a man on Women's History Month.
Right.
But
He came from a woman.
yeah,
Right,
he
exactly.
came and a
The
wonderful
woman,
and I
okay?
must say a wonderful woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's really easy, and that's the thing. I was listening to Erykah Badu on the Breakfast Club,
Yes.
and she was talking about how, and I love this moment between her and DJ Envy, because DJ Envy was like, "You be on stage for like 2 hours, like how is that?" And she's like, "It's easy," and I think that is like the cracked code of like humanity. Like, go in the direction of the thing that is easy for you. And I think that we live in a society, in this capitalist ass society, where it's like grit and hard work and it's got to be tough and you got to work. And it's like, or you don't, you know, like, or you could just tap into the thing that you're naturally good at, that brings you joy, and you'll find like, oh, I always want to do this.
Right.
You know, like,
Exactly.
and me and Tati talk about it all the time, especially Tati, because Tati, I'm not a mother. I be at home twiddling my fucking thumbs. I just got a man a few months ago, but I was in that bitch by myself, like, you know, and I'll pick my stuff up and get on the train and come do the podcast. And a huge shift happens when I walk into this space. And Tati talks about that a lot too, where with everything that she has going on, being a teacher and a mom and all of this stuff, sometimes she wake up and she's like, child, this is not really how I want to spend my Saturday. But then we get in this space and something happens. Like,
We
something
just click. Everything
nothing
just
matters.
turns on. Yep.
And that's the ease that I'm talking about. It's so easy to do this. It's like, why would I not? You know,
Why would we
like, why
not?
would we not do this?
Yeah.
So thank you for
beautiful.
asking that.
Wow.
Thank you for giving me an answer. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
of
No,
course,
thank you
did
so
well.
much. No,
So
this
many
is-
gems. Give it up for Nicki.
Yes. Thank y'all so. Oh, please tell the people where they can find you first and foremost, just in case they live under
You
a
guys
rock.
can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Nicki Rouge. YouTube as well, Nicki Rouge. Nicki, because people don't know how to spell it. Rouge. And also my team page, Nicki Rouge Bridal Team, on Facebook and Instagram.
So
Perfect.
fresh. I love that. Dria P, where can they find you? Because she's going to be vlogging soon.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
will.
maybe, guys.
Nope, you are.
Talking about, comment below if you want to see my. I'm just kidding.
Yes, please.
Comment below if you want me to start a vlog.
Can you tell people what your channel name would be?
Oh gosh, I don't even know yet. I have no
There's
idea.
no channel name yet.
Well, if I say the name,
Needs to be a pun.
if I say the name, then people can look it up, and I don't want y'all to do that. But I have a burner Instagram page in prep for if I
Right.
wanted to vlog.
Right. I love
So it's
that.
probably gonna be that name. I'll share off camera.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
share it now because I don't want people to go to the page.
Yeah,
They gotta
exactly.
lock it down.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
But you could just follow me at Dria_P on Instagram. I don't do a lot of things there, but maybe soon.
Yeah,
You can see
exactly.
my
You on Twitter,
son.
too.
You can see my pride and joy there.
yes, little MJ.
Yeah, Dria_P.
On Twitter too?
I think I'm about to get rid of Twitter. I don't like I don't like what's happening with
Okay.
I'm a Twitter person.
with
The guy.
Tesla guy.
Yeah, the guy.
It's just a lot. It's just weird.
You know
Got
my you told me my
Yeah.
Twitter got hacked.
Yeah. Did y'all see her Twitter just
I
hacked
did not
up?
see it.
I still haven't changed.
I text her.
I did not see that.
I thought it might have been you. It looked like some anime stuff. I was like, okay.
Y'all just that's funny that it like checks out. Like you just never know. No, but yeah, Twitter's a weird place. And
It's
I was
weird.
gonna tell B like please just like babysit my Instagram page, make sure nobody fucks with it because I'm scared of that now.
Yeah.
Anywho, what are we doing?
We're
Somebody-
closing out.
Thank you all for listening. Please continue to do all the things that you've always done. Follow us where we can be followed. If you are on YouTube and you're watching this right now, I want you to comment below how many rings you think I have on. Okay? And please follow us where you can follow us. That's at Away with Words, the podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And you can follow me at Bree.stories on Instagram and at Bree_stories on Twit as long as it's not hacked. And you can follow at Hey Tati on Instagram and at Hey Tati on Twitter. And you can follow, and you know this by now, you got to be following at MJMKid and at Moments_Stu because you just should, as well as at Please Be Easy because please be easy. We love y'all so much. Happy Women's History Month, and we'll talk to you next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye.